All right, this is the tiebreaker round of the NS2 Launch Tournament North American Edition. This is the final match between All In and Inversion in the finals. They split the first two matches, both All In and Inversion winning one each. And so we're going to the final matchup. Mostly we've been playing Tram and Summit today in the match between All In and Nexel, now All In and Inversion. But as per state of the rules, Inversion won the coin toss and got to choose the side, and All In got to choose the map. So Inversion chose Aliens, and Nexel and All In chose Vale. Probably a good choice by All In. And, Aliens have usually been a little bit more problematic to play on Vale, mostly because RTs are so spread far apart. It's such a big map that it's problematic to get a lot of early RTs as opposed to Tram and Summit. Although we've heard All In more than Inversion. Inversion has done a very good job of doing well on only 2 to 3 RTs for most of the game. All In is typically the team that just goes in and gets mass amounts of RTs and tries to overwhelm basically the other team's macro, essentially. Get their economy running hot and just get lots of money in. That's pretty much what All has been doing a lot these games. On a big map like Vale, that's a lot trickier to do. You can't just run around the map pretty much and use your lack of speed advantage to it. But All In has shown themselves to be a pretty solid team, holding in for Inversion here. So we'll see what they can do today. And this is typically, it looks like a lot of teams have been foregoing the early high drop on Tram and Summit, but it still looks to be like the go-to strategy on Vale here. So Cargo Hive was dropped pretty much from the beginning of the game. Garfu and Tempest duking it out with Billy here, who kind of fights to a draw there. But All In trying to go to up to 5 RTs from the start with Inversion only starting out with 2, but they're going to get a third in Cargo, which just finished up here. So expect to start seeing some other stuff here. And once again show you. This is why Rantology is a good gorge. She got here to C12, knew that Marines were going to push in this area, and just clog this door up. Clog it up. Make All In either the Marine have to waste res or waste clogs to get through that, or not even go that way. As you see, it directed carnage to Cargo, so instead he had to go down here. Some other clogs. So those cloaks are probably from Revicor there. So Revicor likely went up there and did that. Rantology putting clogs up in Vale here, down in things, and All In doing an interesting strategy. I guess they're expecting the early Onos drop. Usually you wait till you see the others before you drop this army, but they just are blocking this army from the start, and they recycle it for some reason. I think that might have just been a mistake by Rusty there. Getting the phase gate up in system waypointing here. A typical strategy, you usually see Exordists do this more often. When you get a pipeline cargo spawn, cut off the aliens to subsector by putting the phase gate here. This allows you to put pressure, quick pressure with one phase gate to nanogrid, to subsector, and to cargo as needed. So just caught the end there of Rusty duking it out with Gorgeous in base, and Rusty dealing with Gorgeous there. So phase tech is up. It's pretty much a necessity on this map being so large. With the second half done, Leap has gone up. So we're not seeing an early Kara as we saw in Tram and Summit. And that's not a bad strategy. Vale is a much larger map, as I've been saying, than Tram and Summit. And everything's much more spread out, so getting mobility, which typically for Marines means phase gates, and for aliens means stuff like Leap and Celerity, is typically a lot better use of your money than trying to get, say, improved survivability through Kara, or cranking out weapons early. Even mines, the fact that these maps are so open means it's harder to get good mine placements that get choke points. Mentology, now knowing that they're not going to be pushing through the dome to attack Cargo, figuring out that there's that phase gate in system from their teammates, is putting up these clogs here in Cargo. So doing a good job of keeping Marines out of here. And as you can see, she's done at least 3 highs, so it forces Marines to basically have to kill those clogs to get through it and waste bullets. which is a great thing there. Tempest and Gorgeous taking out Billy there, and going around the corner to see ADHD, who looks like he's able to take down Gorgeous and Tempest. So great job by ADHD to solo basically those two. They were hurt, but he was able to solo them. Once again, those clogs preventing from moving the C12, but unfortunately it would have been nice to see those clogs built over here rather than here, because you see Colt just goes around it. And he knows he's going up. He's not even bothered with the RT. He's going to get this power node up, and see if they drop the phase gate, because there's phase gate up in the neck here. So they want to be able to put pressure on pipeline and cargo alternative whenever they want. You can see there's a little mine. That's actually, I think, a mine in the. There's a vent underneath this whole system here, and that mine is actually in that vent. So Carnage, ADHD, and Edict put some damage to here, but Tempest has gone Lurk. Probably going to see Dusk at some point going Lurk here too, but the phase gate is up, so start expect to see all-in players phasing into the neck. Probably a little bit of a mistake by Revicor there. Might not have expected a phase gate this early in the game in the neck, and he didn't put Infestation there to block the phase gate drop, so the Inversion's going to hurt because of that. And as you can see, they cleared out these RTs, but we have Dust actually got an early Onos sig, so he's going early Onos. And you can see the power of those Onos. They just tanked about 4. He tanked about 4 mines there, and even Billy's surprised by how fast that Onos went up. 6 minutes. That's a fast Onos. And so you can see why they did it. They only got a couple of RTs, and they only got leaps. So that Onos came up as fast as possible and clears out that phase gate. So good job by Inversion to get out of a potentially dangerous situation with a phase gate in the neck. Garfy doing some damage to this RT in subsector, but he looks like he's probably going to go down to these shotgunners here. Weapons 1 started researching, so shotguns and mines are up. But Dusk probably going to try to clean out these. Marines have 5 building up to 7 RTs, so I want to deal with some of these RTs the Marines have. Once again, that's been all in strategies pretty much all day, is just to get tons and tons of res, get your economy going as fast as you can, and just overpower the other team's macro. That's largely what's kept them doing well against Inversion here. Not saying that they're a bad shooter team, and they have ADHD, as you can see, is doing pretty well, but Inversion is a high-quality team, and All In has done a great job of countering their traditional strengths. Unfortunately, it looks like they're going to lose Nanogrid here. So Nano's a really powerful position to have. Those 2 RTs is a great location. Unfortunately, this mass of aliens is just going to clear it out here. And Colt just running. Seeing Dust. This is the point where I wouldn't mind seeing an armory slap like right here. They have the armory to block the Onos coming from cargo, but he can just go around from Nano here. So some more Onos dropping this, and you can see Revicor. He's done a great job. Like once he's got the tech he needs, he goes straight for Sis, and he wants to just Sis off the map. That's pretty much been the way that Inversion is working on to counter the All-In's macro. Macroing here is basically to expand it just whenever they kill an RT. Look at this. They're probably going to drop an RT there, but he put 5 cysts around that. So the All-In has to kill all 5 cysts and wait for all that infestation to disappear before they can drop that extractor again. So definitely good strategies by Inversion here, but they're going to quickly, with getting Nano, they're going to quickly take the res advantage by getting 5 RTs up to only 4 for All-In. So that shows you the power. I mean, this controlling Nano usually tells, whoever controls Nano usually tells you which side has the res advantage for that moment. Still surprised we aren't seeing an armory here blocking this path. I mean, thankfully, All-In's thankfully has done a good job of keeping this Onos from really pushing in. But they got the command station up, and they're gonna have trouble if they don't keep that Onos from outside of a system waypoint. That's pretty much what's keeping them in the game here. This little outpost here. Blink going up, and I should expect to see Garfu. It looks like Garfu, or maybe Garfu and Gorgeous, the closest going to Fade, who aren't already an upgrade, high life form like Dusk here. ADH doing a good job of killing Garfu there. So,
Command station under attack.
but Gorgeous doing a great job of harassing this command station, knowing that we've got the Proto Lab down and jetpack research going. So that's not a bad strategy on this map. Once again, mobility is usually key on a large map like Veil. So tech that makes you go faster or allows you to move around the map faster, like phase gates and jetpacks from Marines and celerity for aliens and leap, are definitely good things. Welders are up, so they know they have to keep this alive. So they're gonna weld that base back up.
Command station under attack.
Once again, here's Gorgeous harassing this command station, pulling Marines out from system waypointing, and he's just biting a few times and running. That's all he's doing, and it's effective. Garfu finally going fade, and Dusk just running in there and detonating all these mines with his body. And you can see he doesn't take much damage, not enough for Rantology to do much. And this phase gate, unless they can do something, is going to go down. Once again, that's why I would have loved to see that armory earlier. And they're going to beacon, and I don't think that's a good idea because the phase gate's going to die before they can get through too much. And now that they're all through there, they're just going to die. Maybe they'll be able to take out Dusk, and Dusk, well, and they do take out Dusk. Unfortunately, aliens now have the res advantage. Dusk has 61 P-res. He's only 14 away from, not 14, yeah, 14 away from getting another Onos. Or Fade if he really desires it. And it looks like Gorgeous is going Fade now, too. ADHD's getting that Fade up, and that was where I wanted that armory right there. Looks like showing the Sonos was critically coming in there. And keeping up this base is pretty much what's keeping all in alive. This allows them to protect subsector, allows them at least have a chance to contest cargo when they want, and nano. And just letting the Onos just run right in there, detonate those mines, and pound that phase gate to death is not a great thing. Lost a lot of P-res and useless mines there, so not sure I like this phase gate trap over here. Still would have liked it up here. I think this is a better location. The high ground, essentially, in system waypointing.
Command station taking damage.
Dusk looks like he's trying to draw Marines into subsector again, just by taking a bite of the command station. He does die, but it's not a big deal at this point. Carnage and Billy were trying to do some damage to Nanogrid here, but not able to really do much before they die. Jetpacks are up, and it's helping them out a little bit, but not so much. Armor 2 is done, Weapons 3 is researching, so they have the firepower to put a lot of damage on these higher life forms. They did take out one Onos, but Tempest immediately, with the aliens have enough res flow, they're finally out macroing all in this match, and Tempest is able to get a Onos egg drop. It looks like Dusk is the only one here without a higher life form, although he's 4 P-res away from another Onos. This again, you see Rantology's fine clogging ability. She clogged up from one of these entrances, the faster entrances. Unfortunately, it's not as useful now that the jetpacks are up, but this is a fairly enclosed area. So all in is going to have some trouble pushing through here, especially if they keep Inversion keeps them bottled up in this area right here. And Tempest is taking quite a bit of damage. Weapons 2 with rifles doing a lot of damage, and soon to be Weapons 3. We might be seeing this Onos go down, although they're able to clean it up, and the rest of all in is basically retreating here. So, and Gorgeous and Garfu do a good job of cleaning up the rest of those Marines. So, unfortunately, All In does not have the economy to keep dying as much as they are here. As you can see, the P-res is very low for most of these players. They can barely afford jetpacks. And so they're just jetpacking with assault rifles. I'd really love to see shotguns. That's what you kind of need against these phase, at least. And they're just going to lose a whole lot more P-res worth of jetpacks right here in Nanogrid. And as you see, once again, tons of Marine P-res is being lost. Dusk has finally gone P-res Onos here. And this base is done. This phase is going to be a meat grinder, and I think this can pretty much be over for All In. Unfortunately, this base was what's keeping them in the game. And looks like All In's going to call it. They know they're done.
Station under attack.
Those early Onos, especially the 6-minute Onos, is probably the fastest Onos I've seen in a competitive match yet. Very good play by Inversion. You know, they had a tough first round when they lost due to a bug, and especially in the second game, or the third game when they lost again. But they've been able to pull basically the fifth match out here, and they've won the finals of the NS2 Launch Tournament. So congratulations to Inversion, and good games.